Hello guys, nice to have you here. As you see, I'm just about editing the second video of the Motigyaku. Before you watch that, I wanted to tell you some things about training, how to apply basic techniques of ninjutsu. Ninjutsu, or let us say traditional martial arts, they very often have that image that we don't learn to fight, because we only work with ski, with these long attacks, these lunges, or from komuchi, from judo grabs, or some kind of that stuff. You don't learn fighting that way. I think that is true. But training that way, it makes sense. Why? Because it's a very safe method for learning, for learning basic things in a very safe manner, without hurting yourself too much. But when you have learned the basic technique, sooner or later, and it's much sooner than you think, you should learn how to do it from boxing, for example, from a dynamic situation. So you're, as here in the video, the opponent comes up, grabs you by the lapel, and immediately smacks you in the face. So it's maybe like you experience it already in the street. So there you need to react intuitively, and to be able to do that, there are two things what you have to be able. Number one is you need to know your basic technique really good. So we are again with the traditional training. But on the other hand, when it's getting more dynamic, it's very often so that the basic technique cannot be applied, or it goes wrong. And then it's important that you don't stop. A lot of my more advanced students, they very often stop. When the first technique doesn't work out as they intended, as they wanted, they stop and they begin all over again. And that's not the way to learn fighting. It doesn't work out as you want, so your partner maybe tries to counter you. You immediately go to the next technique. You don't stick with what you wanted, you stick with what the opponent is getting you. So you work in an intuitive manner, like that, and like that you learn to adapt to a real situation. That's my opinion, and it's also my experience in real life, and that's the way to train. It's very often then that you cannot do pretty techniques, fancy techniques, but you learn how to apply them, and that way the martial art gets really alive. So keep that in mind when you're watching that video. We will do such videos of that kind in the future. So make sure that you subscribe to our channel, hit the bell so you don't miss anything. Leave a nice comment and a thumb up. And if there's anything, any kind of a technique, any kind of a situation you want us to have it covered, let us know. Write it down in the comments, send us an email. We are happy, we will be very happy to cover that for you. And see you soon.